is Larry Eater with RunBlogRun, and we're going to talk about body positivity. I did not coach women until I'd been coaching about 14, 15 years. I coached at an all-boys school at Bellarmine in San Jose under the watchful and thoughtful eyes of Terry Ward. I then coached at Santa Clara University under the thoughtful and watchful and eyes of one Dan Durante, and learned a lot from Dan. And then I coached on my own. In junior college, I coached with Joe Mangan for 6 years. Some of the most wonderful time of my life. I just enjoyed coaching with Joe. We had a great time, and we coached almost every day. And we were normally joined by a good friend, Hank Kettles, who recently passed away. There's nothing more fun, I think, in terms of a career than coaching young athletes. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed coaching young women because it was a different view. It was this. Women actually listen. Young men don't. So young men's injuries are pretty high too. Listening to young women talk about themselves, about their perception of their bodies, you get several things that among Latino women and African American women, there is a lot of body positivity. There's also some negative things, but a lot of the negative stuff is among the middle distance runners and distance runners. Some of it's self-inflicted, but a lot of it's inflicted by coaches. The relationship between a male coach and a female coach is a very interesting thing. It's, especially in the Me Too movement, there's things you need to understand about authority figures and father figures and all those kind of fun things. And that's why coaches need to tread carefully in terms of body form. I never asked a young woman to weigh herself. I know coaches who did. I know coaches who took a scale and made the young women weigh themselves in front of others and would give them shit when they gained a pound or two. I've seen the damage that can do with friends who were good athletes but who were tormented by bulimia, anorexia, and other things. And I think that those things last an entire lifetime. When Mary Kane wrote the very thoughtful piece in the New York Times about the trials and tribulations she went through being coached in the Nike Oregon project, it broke my heart. You can see both sides of things, but you can also see that Mary Kane is a young, very talented woman athlete, and she was looking for direction, and she didn't get that, and at least not to her satisfaction. And it was a tragedy. That she still loves running is a miracle, and that she still wants to do some things with it is a miracle. But what's the mantra from this podcast? I think that male and female coaches need to understand their positions of authority. They also need to understand that if you're running 30, 40, 50 miles a week and you're eating a good diet, your body is going to get to the natural weight where it's supposed to be. Is lighter better? In many cases it is. However, starving yourself takes energy away. You're not going to race a great 10,000 or 5,000 having starved yourself. You're not going to throw a javelin far having starved yourself. Those things are silly. Proper nutrition, great sleep, hydration, core training, daily periodization, a great coach, all of those things add up to having a fine program. Body positivity is really key. If your athletes are having problems, get them to somebody right away. Perhaps you can break that whole cycle. This is Larry Eater with RunBlogRun. We're talking about body positivity, and I encourage you to take some time and read up on it. Check out our platforms on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on the website, and on our blog, RunBlogRun. Thank you to the Shoe Addicts for managing these podcasts. Thank you to Brian Eater for convincing me to start doing blogs in 2007. This is Larry Eater, signing off.